Hari Om Tat Sat Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Shubhubnishad Uvacha Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yo Me Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhaktyupahratam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. Whoever offers to me with devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, that offering made with devotion by the pure-hearted, I accept. Who'd have thought it? The Supreme Lord of all things, all places, and all beings is also very humble. And I can't say enough how intensely this stuck in my brain. In fact, just the first word, leaf, just stuck in my brain. I didn't have to move past a leaf. I just kept saying in my mind, a leaf. If I offer a leaf with love and devotion, that is enough. A leaf. A leaf. I got to look out my window and I saw a tree full of leaves. I got an ample supply of leaves. A leaf? Really? So indeed, as you can tell by the amount of times I said leaf, I did find this verse very beautiful and impactful. And if I may be so bold to share my humble perspective on how I interpreted this verse, it is the Lord saying, offer whatever it is you can or are able to offer. And if it is offered with love and devotion, that is what matters to me. So much so it says it in the first line, and then it also says it in the second line again. Give me a fruit with love and devotion, and I shall accept it. If you don't have a fruit, then even a flower. If not a flower, then just a leaf. And if not a leaf, then a single drop of water offered with love and devotion, with a pure heart and intent, will be accepted. It brought up the thought in my mind, how humble, how loving does one have to be able to say this with such confidence? Just imagine, it's your birthday, it's Christmas, it's whatever holiday you have or celebrate that involves gift giving, and someone near and dear to you comes up to you with beaming eyes, with love emanating from them, showering it upon you, and in their hand they hold a glass of water. But wait, that's not all. They reach over and pick something up, and they say, and also I saw a tree, and there seemed to be a leaf that was just about to fall, so I waited a whole hour for this leaf to fall, and I caught it before it touched the ground, as I wanted to give it to you. I'm not sure about other humanoids, or even myself. I don't know how I would react to that. I feel like after reading this verse, then I think in my mind I'll be like, wait a minute, someone's offering me a leaf. Remember, is it being offered with love? Let me look into their eyes. Let me look into their soul. Is it being offered with love? Yes? Okay, then probably if it's good enough for the Lord, it should be good enough for me. However, I think there is no doubt left by this verse that the Supreme Lord of all things in this situation would humbly, gratefully, lovingly, joyfully accept the offering of the love and devotion that the offering represents. I think that's also key. I don't think it matters about, or I don't feel that the Lord really is overly concerned about the actual object itself, the leaf, the water, the fruit, or the flower. It is the love and devotion that they are accepting joyfully. My brain also connected this to the previous verse, 25, where it ends by saying, "My devotees, my worshippers come to me." Because that might raise the question, okay, well, how do I be a devotee of the Supreme Lord of all things? And I think it answers it here is simply by offering your love and devotion. On a slight tangent, one of the videos that came into my mind when I was pondering this verse and thinking about the Lord just accepting a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, and being absolutely over the moon with the offering that is filled with love and devotion. The video of the kid that's opening the birthday present or some sort of festival present, and they open it up and it's a banana and they go crazy. They're like, "Oh my god, it's a banana, wow!" And they're hugging it, and the tears in their eyes, they're laughing, they're smiling. They seem like the happiest kid on the world for receiving a banana. And I couldn't help but imagine that when the Lord receives an offering of love and devotion, that they're basically like that kid opening the present. They're like, "Oh wow!" And they are filled with such joy and happiness, just like that kid was. All right, tangent over. This verse felt like a great leveler, leveling the playing field for absolutely everybody, in the sense that it doesn't matter what your offerings, whether you're giving thousands and thousands of pounds or a simple leaf. If all you can afford is to go outside and pick up a leaf and offer that, then when the two people are standing there, one with their bags and bags of money and gold and all the things that they've accumulated with that wealth, and on the other side you have one person with their trusty little leaf, then if the person that is offering bags and bags of gold does so with love and devotion, and the person with the leaf offers it half-heartedly or as a way to skimp out and just be like, "Well, you know what, if God said I can give a leaf, I'm just going to give a leaf, and then I'm going to spend my money on stuff that I want," and there's literally no love or devotion there. It's just for show, to say, "Oh look, I understand the Bhagavad Gita and I'm giving a leaf because I am so knowledgeable and I want people to see this." Then the person that is giving bags and bags of money with love and devotion and using that money in service of the Lord and society and charity and for the welfare of not only themselves but also the people around them, then the offering that the Lord is going to accept most dearly is going to be the bags and bags of gold that are offered with love and devotion, because it feels key here, crucial, that it's not about the bags and bags of money, it's not about the leaf, it's about the love and devotion. And you can flip it the other way. If someone comes with bags and bags of money and just doing it for show, to say, "You know what, I want my name on the plaque so that everyone knows that I made this school or this holy building or this road, and I want people to know that I did it," while the other comes having aligned their thoughts, words, and actions with the teachings of the Lord, and with love in their heart, and offers a leaf, then the Lord will accept gladly and lovingly the offering of the leaf. And this, I do believe, is very, very beautiful, because so many times, at least I've witnessed, there's a lot of times where people can give loads and loads and loads, and then Others might not be able to give as much, depending on their circumstances. However, if my understanding of this verse is correct, there is no need to ever feel that whatever you're offering, if you are doing it with the right intent, is not enough or is less because it holds less monetary value or less worldly value. As long as you're doing it with the right mindset, then it's good to go. And even more valuable than all the worldly wealth given with the wrong intent and given half-heartedly. And it could just be me, but this does feel like a very comforting thought to all those that feel that they don't have enough, where they look at what they have and they, oh, well, I don't know if I can offer this to the Lord. Is it enough? I mean, it's got no value to it. The answer is yes, according to chapter 9, verse 26, which just so happens to be their own very words. My practical takeaways from this verse: number one, links back with the previous verse where it says what you worship is where you will go. And if you worship the Lord, then that is where you'll go. And then how do you worship the Lord? The answer is here: offer whatever you can with love and devotion, with a pure heart, and that will be your worship. Keeping in mind that in order to worship, your thoughts, words, and actions have to align with the teachings and wisdom of the Lord. Thought it was important to add that bit, just in case someone is standing at the top of the stairs and says, "Hey Lord, it's me again. I am about to make an offering to you of this person," and push them down the stairs. I'm not sure that's in line with the Lord's teaching of not causing harm to others, even if done with apparent love and devotion. I should also probably add a disclaimer at this point. I think I tend to end up using you and we and us and should and have, but I do want to be clear that these are my ramblings and ponderings. I do not make any claims that they are correct or incorrect, nor do I believe that my practical takeaways are practical for everyone or make sense to everyone. They are simply my personal perspectives and what I drew from each verse that I read. Not applicable to everyone or anyone, even if I do in my ramblings sound like I'm saying, you must believe this is correct, and the Lord without a doubt is saying this, and you should do that. It is, let me be clear, more, more directed at myself, I think, more than definitely more directed at myself and what in my own heart and mind, what I feel Lord Krishna saying. And I share on the off chance that there is someone else out there that may resonate with what I'm sharing. If not, then these are random rumblings. So hopefully no harm done. Anyway, my practical takeaway number 2. I thought, how can I practicalize this in day-to-day life? And I thought, not only whatever I offer to the Lord should be offered with love and devotion, but also whatever I offer to anybody should be done with love and devotion. By which I mean, whenever I give anything, whenever I offer assistance, a gift, or words, or actions, or thoughts to anyone, then to do it with a pure and right intent. Because one thing that I have observed, and I myself have been working hard to achieve, is when I do anything or when anyone does anything, there can sometimes be that transactional give and take where you say, oh yeah, I'll help you with this, and then there's an expectation that you'll get a thank you or gratefulness, or they'll treat you in a certain way, or they'll return the favor, which I don't feel is giving or offering assistance in the right mindset. At least for me, in my mind, if you offer something, you offer it because you want to do it, or you believe it's the right thing to do, you believe it's your duty to do it, and that's the end. What comes of it, what gratefulness they show, if any, is not really relevant, because the intent, the reason I did the action is because I thought it was the right thing to do, because I wanted to do it, because I wanted to show my gratefulness or my appreciation for whatever it was, whoever it was, because that's the type of person that I am trying to be. The qualities of kindness, generosity, compassion, empathy, detachment, love, happiness, peace that I'm pursuing. And to suddenly turn that into a transaction where you do something for someone, and then a couple of months later, maybe you get upset with them or disagree, or they don't do something that you like, and they say, well, a couple of months ago I did this and I did that for you, and now this is how you repay me. Especially if someone's ever says that to me, I always feel like, well, look, if I had known that when you helped me out that time, it was a business negotiation that I was going to have to pay off, or a debt of some sort, then, what, I would have liked to know that up front before you'd offered the assistance. I would have liked to read the fine print of this trade deal so that I could have chose to decline it, because I don't want to be indebted to you for offering me assistance. In conclusion, a real conclusion, I would like to conclude with a quote from my dear mother. She said, whenever you give anything, give with an open heart.